Hello everyone, it's Spurs Reading 96 here, and welcome to another Train Sim World 2 news video. Today Dovetail and Rivet Games have announced the latest route, well, after the rush hour package that is coming to Train Sim World 2, the 1990s West Cornwall route, going from Penzance to St Ives and St Austell. So let's take a look at some fantastic in-development screenshots of this route, as well as talking to various members of Rivet Games to discuss why this route stands out from the rest. So the first question is, why did you pick this route to make in Train Sim World? Kaya says, we choose this route for its picturesque scenery and the gameplay opportunities it offered. The route features gorgeous coastal views when you leave Penzance before you see dense fields, bustling towns and industries further along the line towards St Austell. We also have the St Ives branch line, which is a beautiful little town and very popular for tourists. The second question is, what rolling stock can players look forward to? The West Cornwall Local is releasing with the Class 150-2, the Class 37-5 and two wagons. The wagons are the Turbot and the Sea Cow. Both locos will offer a lot of opportunities for driving the Penzance route. The 150 is an all-new train to Train Sim World 2, and the Class 37-5 has been updated visually for the route, plus this version can now be reskinned in the livery designer. The next question is, how did you start the build process for the 150? Matt says, we gathered a lot of reference, including drawings and photographs, of which some of these were actually provided to us by someone who drove the 150s. On top of this, we also used surveys, which were taken from different periods, as this is a train we have been thinking of making for a while. The surveys will include seeing the train in the yard and at platforms where we could get some form of basic audio. So with all of these references in hand, we would then start to model the vehicle, making sure we pay close attention to them. We also received some feedback from drivers when it came to how the Class 150 operated, which is very useful in the building process. The next question is, what sort of gameplay can the player expect from this route? Kaya says the route offers a variety of playstyles for all fans. An example is you have a nice relaxing drive similar to the Isle of Wight along the St Ives branch line. If you want something a little more speed, then you can drive the main line from Penzance to St Austell or take on some challenging freight services. We have also included some additional gameplay aspects for the player to look forward to, such as refueling and carriage washers. The next question is, what research was required to build this route? Kaya says, modern-day survey pictures were taken along this route, but since we are setting this route back in the 1990s, we had to use a lot of old reference images, video, footage, historical view in Google Earth, and track data. It was important that we knew what existed along the route at that time, so anything we placed wasn't out of the ordinary, or it didn't fit the area. The next question is, what have you enjoyed about creating this route? Kaya says, although it did present some challenges, I really enjoyed looking through all of the old reference material. The 90s still feels so close, but it's over actually 20 years ago, and it surprises me how much has changed since then. I've loved looking at the references and seeing how the countryside has changed and grown over time, stations becoming more modern, and generally just enjoyed putting this route together. What's your favourite loco and station? That's another question. What's your favourite location along the route, sorry? Kaya says, that's a really tough question. The team have worked really hard in making every location look and feel authentic, but if I was to choose personally, it would be St Ives. You have a really pleasant view of the sea, and one of my colleagues has actually sculptured rocks that look really good and elevate the scenery around the coastline. As you drive along the branch line, there are little pockets of wildflowers, gardens to nosies, flowers, gardens to nosy, and beaches that really put you in a holiday mood. The next question is, the route is renowned for being one of the most picturesque train rides in the United Kingdom. How did you approach building the scenery? Kai says we had a lot of reference material from past to present. We always discussed in meetings about how we wanted the overall look and feel of the route to be used. We used Google Earth in a lot of ways, and we would pin key locations and timestamps them in videos so everyone was working to the same goal. We took care when making the locations along the route, and our artists have modelled iconic bridges such as signal huts, old engine sheds, and you can even catch a glimpse of St Michael's Mount along the Penzance shorefront. The artists can also be creating 90s-style assets for stations, such as concrete lampposts and luggage trolleys. And the final question is, what's been changed for the water in Train Sim World for this route? Taking advantage of next generation consoles, we have actually made a few changes in West Cornwall Local to enhance the water and make it appear more realistic. We have worked on blending the waves together so it doesn't look as tiled, added foam to the beach edges, and we altered the speciality visual appearance of specular reflection settings so that it handles reflections in a more realistic way. It now also reflects the sun and moon a lot better, and combined with the foaming edges, it gives off much better impressions of the sea. So there we go, that concludes this video on the West Cornwall Local route. A bit of a surprise that the Class 37 is coming back to do some freight activity, but I'm sure that's not the only loco. I'm pretty sure the Class 43 HST will surely make an appearance. It was running around on these rails in this location during the 1990s, I am told. So I'm pretty sure that will be used, maybe as substitution, or maybe they just need a new livery on it, I'm not too sure. But we'll have to wait and see on that front. But there we go, that concludes this video. Of course, if you'd enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like, and please subscribe if you are new for more content like this. And as always, I will see you next time. Thank you very much. Take care.